So Prince Harry arriving, I think we got our first glimpse of Harry for years. Here was the old Harry coming in, smiling, laughing, high, walking tall, looking magnificent. The fact that he was on his own, I think, was an absolute benefit. His issue was he thought that he could look at people and speak with them and they'd speak back to him. No, it didn't work. It would have been better just looking, smiling. But he actually focused in on people. G'day, mate, wanting a conversation. They didn't want to know him. So that must have been very difficult for him. But Harry was lucky to be in the third row, as far as I'm concerned. But there's no question in my mind that William would never have looked at Harry. Not once. He did not exist. The interesting thing was, flash of Harry, smiling, standing tall. The old Harry was back for a moment. Out of everybody in the carriages, you can't quite see who's there. Oh, where's Charles? Where's Camilla? I can sort of see them. And then you cross to Kate, and there she is. You can see her face. She is like a glistening diamond. What she does is years of practice, and she has it down to perfection like no other performer I've ever seen. I found myself, like most people, going, where are Kate and Wills? Where are Kate and Wills? Where are Kate and Wills? And then they appeared behind Charles. In retrospect, I was thinking, that's odd. Well, I think it was odd. And in fact, I think it was a clear way of avoiding Harry. It was a way of not having to engage with Harry. And they didn't want any contact with Harry whatsoever, so they were behind that area, which is not where they would normally be. It didn't make any sense at all. So they're, quite tense. And I think it was a very domestic conversation. Like, he's gone, oh, there's dirt on your dress or something. She's going, we should have got the people to do that. And he's going, well, it's too late now. There's nothing we can do about it. And she's going, yes, well, that's what we all said. So they had that look down, look to the front, let's go. Nothing we can do about it now. So yeah, I think there was a bit of a pre-show banter. Those children are clearly, it's not about the children, it's about the parents. Whatever they feed those children, they feed them the right thing. Prince Louis, Charlotte, they're there and they're just behaving so beautifully. And you can see William, when in doubt, read the program. So he goes down, reads the program. And you see Charlotte look up to him and then read the program, goes down, massively reading the program, talking to Louis, and he's yawning. And next thing you know, he's gone. He'd been removed. And as for George carrying the train, George has got the X factor. He's got X factor. He's got, like Kate, regality, but natural. The other boys were 4 or 5 years older than him who were carrying the train, and he shone out. Well, I think rule number 1 on television is never touch your face or hair. And I would think with the crown, the rule is don't touch it. You can't grab it. And Charles didn't. So it's like, I'm not going to touch it. And the Archbishop goes, is it all right? And he goes, yes, seems to be fine. Because they're very heavy. But Camilla goes, no, hair's not right. She did several moves, which I thought was a bit clumsy. Charles, for me, is never neutral. Charles is the ordinary bloke, and he is one step away from saying, put that on properly, do it. He snaps at people all the time, and he's used to being in the background making things work, almost being like a backstage worker. And he can't seem to get out of that. He never sort of fits into the role of regality. He always looks like a normal person, doesn't have regality on his face, whatever that is, as does Camilla. Camilla always just looks like, I don't know, mum next door.
I, William, Prince of Wales, pledge my loyalty to you, and faith and truth I will bear unto you, as your liege man of life and limb. So help me God.
And then, of course, there was that charming moment where he came over and pledged allegiance, and Charles said, thank you, William. That was lovely. I thought that the balcony was really interesting because we got up there and there were 4 boys who carried the train together with Charles and Camilla. And I thought, oh, this must be the first act. And then what's going to happen is they're going to go off and the family are going to come on. And they didn't. They stayed there. It was all because there were people missing. It didn't want to seem like people missing. They mixed up the recipe for what normally happens. Everything seemed to go as planned. Everything was perfection. Everything was spectacular.